Okay, so I have a brand new scene here, and I'm just going to set the project to something like the baked example. As long as you're not over toppling anything, you should be able to use the same project folder. And then we're going to model something really quick, like a widget of some nature. 6 on the keyboard. Oops. First off, I'm going to brace the outside edges. So if you've been through my modeling course, if you haven't, take advantage of the fact that I got many a video on YouTube. But the one modeling course is actually at jasonwelsh.com under the commercial DVDs. Someday I'll release it probably on YouTube, but for right now, it's in commercial. So it's not a bad price. It's like $20, but it runs you 13 hours of modeling within Maya. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of make this little tiny widget, and it's a very gross example of, worst case scenario. Okay. So the idea here is when I go mesh smooth, this is what I get. Okay. Now, this is the low poly object. Okay. And what I want to do here is make sure I do the UVs on it first. So for this example, again, just to save time, I'm going to do something that I don't recommend doing, and that is go in here and create automatic mapping. Usually I hate doing that. Here's all these shells are all broken up, but again, just for simplicity's sake, I got to show you not only why I'm doing this, but yeah, it gets very complex. So I got these UVs, they're made, and then I'm going to duplicate the part, and then I'm going to go into it much smoother. In fact, real smooth. Okay, so I got my low poly and I got my high poly version. Now what I'm going to do is take an edge and maybe create two smaller edges around it. Now I can use the insert edge loop tool after the fact. That's legit. I can't hit extrude, however, so you got to be very wary of that. And what I'm going to do here is just bevel that in just a little bit, so it looks like that. And then I want to just take my normals and do a soften edge to them. So now I got this really nice look. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this part, and this represents low poly versus high poly, and kind of look at what we can do with this. Let's make up a material. A temp material. And let's also make another one. Widget. Alright, so I'm just going to apply this temp material to this. Just to make sure it's on there, I'm going to right click and say select objects with. Sure enough, it is on there. And then I'm going to go in and go into rendering. lighting, batch bake mental ray, square box. Man, that bug is annoying. People at Maya, fix that, would you? Alright, so here I'm just going to do. I want occlusion, just like the last video, 1024. I'll call this widget bake to one map. And then I'm just going to hit convert. So this is taking an incredibly long time. It will. It's higher poly this time. And there's this little tiny crack. Okay? And that crack will take about forever to do. But it'll be worth it in the end. So meet me back in the next video where I can kind of show you what's going on.